Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today is kind of exciting. So I'll be sharing my cash stuffing system, and this is an overview. I'm new to it, literally started this month and still figuring it out, and so far I can say that I do like it. This is primarily serving more as a way for me to just save money in general. So there are, I feel like, two types of people when it comes to cash. There are people who have to spend it if they have it because they don't want to hold on to it. And then there are people who don't want to spend it because they have it and they want to hold on to it. And so I'm the type of person where if I physically see cash, I don't want to spend it. And so that's why I think cash stuffing kind of works for me. If you aren't that way, like my husband even mentioned it, like he could never do like a cash system because he would have to spend it, like he wants to get rid of it. And I'm the complete opposite. Like if I have cash, I will save it. So again, I'm primarily doing this for savings, and I know I could save it in a savings account, but it's so easy to transfer money now from a savings. And honestly, I don't have any high yield like savings or anything like that. I have like your basic savings where I would only be getting like 12 cents maybe at the end of the year. So to me, I'd rather have this cash system and keep the money as opposed to feeling like I can spend it anytime. Because I feel like with me, when it comes to like money in my like savings account, which we do have some, right? But like they're all joint, and then I don't want to touch them because it's mine and my husband's. And I know I could, but like, I don't know, if it's mine personal, like I'll just like, oh, I'll refill it, right? Like I'll definitely replenish it, but like don't like smack myself on the wrist if I don't do it. As opposed to our joint savings, I will actually replenish it because it's our joint. But personal, I feel like this system is where it's at for me. So all that to say, here is the cash stuffing system. A little bit why I decided to try it out, and I'll provide updates. If y'all want, I can do a cash stuffing video. I actually get paid this week that I'm filming, so I think it'll be easier if I do it then. And actually no, I have an order coming from Infinite Lotus. This isn't the complete setup just yet. Once that order comes in, I will do a full video on it, and then I'll cash stuff as well. So this will just be the basic setup of what I have now. So in my GM agenda, I have this yearly budget from Infinite Lotus, and I'll have everything linked below that I can link. And so this is where I'm going to keep track of all the balances and everything going on. This also has like all of my bills and everything. So this is just the section where I'll keep all of the math. And then in this agenda, I have a few things. So the overall system is divided into 6 components. So I have these 6 tab dividers. These are from Cloth and Paper. They're just blank. And then I have these financial forecast stickers on each tab divider. These are from Casavici, and I really like this. My finance task card is also from Casavici, and so each one will serve as essentially the goal for each tab, to keep track, like have that front of mind of what I want to do with the money in there before I go and take it. And so an allowance is just random cash to go to the farmer's market with, because I am now finally at a place where we can actually use cash, and it's actually kind of preferred in some places because there's smaller places where we're at now in Washington. But I have an allowance so I can actually keep cash out and spend it. So typically farmer's market, the lake, it took cash, I'll stick a card, but like, you know, there's just random things. So now I just actually have cash to spend. And then the other sections that I have for my cash stuffing are goals, wish list, savings, and then emergency funds. And so I'll go over each one, but ultimately with this, it's the tabs, and then I have these dividers. These came in a Cloth and Paper sub box. I've been holding on to them because I've been wanting to set this up, and I wanted to wait until we move. And so this holds just the cash as is, and I've already spent all my allowance, what do you know, except for $6. But I can easily slide cash in and out of here, and it saves it pretty well. I have these stickers. These were a collaboration between Top Paper Co. and Sequins and Paper a few years back. And I've been hoarding these, but they're perfect for the tabs. And so I based my titles off of the stickers. So as y'all see, we have allowance, and then goals, wish list, savings, and then emergency savings, or I'm sorry, emergency funds. And so there's no financial forecast on here because it's just for saving, right? Like for emergencies. And then same with like the normal savings. So this is a savings challenge. The emergency funds, I always try and have 1,000. I need to build that back up. And then the actual savings is just a little fun little challenge, and that's gonna be $500. And it's whatever I don't fit in here. As for the other three, these are where it's the ones that money will more than likely go in and out of, which is why I have the financial forecast on these three. So wish list is exactly for that. As y'all know, I have a luxury wish list that I set up every year, and I try and update it. Actually, I should probably do that video soon because we need to go through my wish list. Anyways, I think out loud, and yeah. But this is whenever I actually want to get something off of that wish list, I'll just come in here, write it out, and then put the amount, and then once it's actually spent, or once I actually have it, then I'll check it off. But that'll be how I determine what goes in each of these. Other than the savings and the emergency savings, I don't have goals right now for what goes in each one, right? So that's why these are kind of blank. Once I do, then I'll update that. But for now, I'm just been putting money in because I know there are things that are on my wish list. I'm sorry, yeah, my wish list. And then stuff that I do want to save up for. But for now, there's nothing that I kind of want to buy. I think I want to save for until November and see how much I can get, and then go and figure out what I want from there. But I don't know, we'll see. So they might catch my eye, and then I'll put it on here and I'll actually save towards something and then buy it. Same with goals. Oh, another thing to do with the wish list. So as y'all know, if you follow my handbag videos, typically I buy a bag, or I sell a bag and then try and buy a new one, or sell multiple and get a new one, or vice versa. And so if I do sell stuff, which I have sold a few bags recently, that money is gonna go straight in here because that goes in my in and out system. And I figured that's also a good way of keeping all that money all in one spot. So that's something additional that'll come in here. And then something that I'm looking forward to having, like a system for that. So whenever I get paid, I'll just go and withdraw it, and then I'll put the money in here, and then that'll go to whatever bag I'm buying next. So I wanted to make sure that I pointed that out because I know a lot of people ask about like buying and selling bags. So once that money's there, that'll go towards the wish list, because that's essentially what this is for me buying new bags or shoes or whatever. So yeah, there's that. The second tab is goals. And so honestly, I just have it there. If there's something that comes up, it's just good to have money aside, right? And so like right now, I think I just have $100 in here because I don't have anything specific, or $80 in here because I don't have anything specific that I have like a goal for right now. This section was initially used for things to buy around the house, right? That are a little bit more expensive, like a new bar or furniture or something like that. And so again, once I actually have something, that's when I'll put it in the financial forecast. But right now I don't have a goal for anything. So I'll just put probably a little bit more towards that. Right now my focus is really building up the savings and the emergency. And I think that's why my brain right now is like, oh, well, I'll just wait until like those are done. Still put a little cash in it so I can work towards those. But I think once those are built, then we'll start saving a little bit more for everything else. But yeah, that is the system. And I know it's like a little bit different because I know some people do like cash envelopes, which is I think the same thing. And it's like this goes to that. For me, this is primarily focused on saving or having a way to store funds. Oh, one thing I want to point out, the last tab is blank. So there's this little checking tab on it. And so if I like, let's say do buy something on my wish list and it needs to be deposited, the allowance is to like just spend. For example, I bought a few books, like that came from the allowance. And so what I did was I took the cash from the folder and then put it in checking. And so this is like to be deposited. So that way I can pay the credit card or put it back in the checking or whatever. So that's what this is for. So this will always be blank unless I need to deposit something. But that way I have like an out system as well to help me with what's going back to the checking. So that's what this is for. Or if I like withdraw cash and then don't have time to set it up, I'll probably just store them in here. But essentially this should always be blank. Something's either going in or out. So that's what this is for. So yeah, that is the system. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I do have an order coming in from Infinite Lotus, and I ordered, they have check register inserts, which I thought were really cool. So I got that 4 in here. And I think after each one, I'm gonna have it so I know what's going in and out and how frequently things are coming in. And now I can keep track of the balances as well in here. So I'm excited for those. And then I don't think there's anything else that I got for this. I might add a wish list insert into this agenda. We will see, but for now, this is the setup, and of course, subject to change, but I think it's simple and I like it, and so far it's been working really well. So as y'all can see, I have cash, so that's really nice. But yeah, other than that, that is gonna be it for this video. I'll provide updates as I have them, and other than that, thank you guys so much for watching.